Important for us to understand all this. So 52 years we failed to understand the British legacy made for us. For 52 years. We didn't understand. Why? Because nobody read this. Because of this oversight, we are demanding wrongly for the wrong things instead of our rights. We demand the 20 points. We know our young di Pertuan Negeri can never be agong. And yet, obviously, we write down there, our TYT cannot become agong. It's obvious. We never make use of the power provided in the Inter-Governmental Committee report and the Malaysia Agreement. These are powerful. And we don't make use of the power. British official in Sabah and Sarawak bent backwards to give us the IGC and the MA63. But none of us made any effort to understand the two documents. This is the unfortunate thing. All right? Maybe it takes us 52 years to learn. We are slow learners. So instead, in our ignorance, we use unsubstantiated documents to make our demands, denying our historical narrative from our education curriculum, even in school. Formation of Malaysia was never taught. 2 lines, 3 lines, that's it. They touch a little bit on cobalt, that's it. All right? And this is paying dividend to those who wanted us to remain ignorant. Pay dividend to them. All right? So, the IGC, the Malaysia Agreement, is a British legacy. That we have to accept. 2 documents that Malaysia Parliament cannot change unless all those signatories sit together as peers and change it. That means we sit together on the same level. Whether you are CM, whether you are PM, in that meeting, you are the same. And you change it. All right? But of course, you need the United Kingdom to sit down there as well. Cannot be just Sabah, Sarawak, and Federation of Malaya. Cannot. The UK must sit down as well. And this one, the Federal Constitution, can be changed by Malaysia Parliament. All right? Changes were made 600 times in the last 5 decades. That one they cannot change. That one they change. But that one still frustrates them because they cannot touch this one. So that's the reason why you are made ignorant. So that you don't know how to make use of this. All right? The case, I take a case here, Atian versus Government of Malaysia. This is by Tun Sufyan. He says the doctrine of the supremacy of Parliament does not apply in Malaysia. Parliament is not supreme. All right? So they cannot just simply change the law, amend the law. They cannot. It must be consistent with the Constitution. So it's limited by the Constitution. The power of Parliament and the state legislature in Malaysia is limited by the Constitution. So what does it say here? Landmark decision says, firstly, clear Constitution is supreme. All right? Secondly, it's clear that supremacy of the Constitution is limited to enacted laws. Enacted laws. That means laws made by the Adun, laws made by the Parliament, the Dewan Rakyat. That limit the Constitution. The Constitution limit that type of law. Thirdly, Constitution does not include limiting agreement or international treaties. All right? Now, these two is considered an international treaty. So they cannot just simply change this. All right? We have to understand that. You all have to understand that. Then you know this is your right. So, therefore, the IGC and the Malaysia Agreement is not limited by the Constitution. All right? The reason, this is an international treaty, cannot compare between the Constitution and the Malaysia Agreement. You cannot compare. Which one is supreme? No, you cannot compare because each of them have their own function. All right? So, it's like comparing apple to an orange. So, in the case of Malaysia and the Borneo states, that's the caveat, huh? Malaysia and the Borneo states, Malaysia Agreement take precedent to the Constitution. So this one take precedent to this one. Now, it's based on this agreement that the Borneo states agreed to form Malaysia. Otherwise, no Malaysia. Right? Now,